Occurring in 1803, the Marbury versus Madison case was held by the United States Supreme Court concerning the jurisdiction of this court to allow an act which may or may not be considered constitutional. This vital case that took place proves its importance as it ultimately constructed the basis of judicial review under Article 3 of the Constitution. To reiterate, Article 3 of the Constitution establishes and empowers the judicial branch of the national government. This case basically challenged the Supreme Court's jurisdiction and resulted in alteration of the law. This began when William Marbury was appointed a Justice of the Peace for the District of Columbia by President John Adams. It occurred during Adams' final hours in office. Unfortunately, Thomas Jefferson's Secretary of State, James Madison, refused to deliver Marbury's commissions. This act upset Marbury and led him to petition for a writ of mandamus. A writ of mandamus is defined as an order to compel a judicial or government officer to perform a duty to the petitioner. However, Chief Justice John Marshall, who was writing for unanimous court, denied the petition and refused to issue the writ. This was problematic because the petitioners were indeed entitled to their commissions, but the judge argued that the Constitution did not give the Supreme Court the power to issue writs of mandamus, even though Section 13 of the Judiciary Act of 1789 allowed such writs to be issued. This was argued that it was inconsistent with the Constitution and therefore invalid. Because of this, the court has now been given more power in order to prevent such cases in the future. To increase jurisdiction of the court, they established the rule that it is the duty of the judicial department to determine the law. This case is imperative to our history because since Marbury versus Madison, the Supreme Court now has the final say of the constitutionality of the congressional legislation.